Hey Aquarius, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, April 9th to Sunday, April 15th, 2018. Now what we've got going on this week for you Aquarius is Venus hanging out right here in Taurus. And that for you is in your 4th house of home and of family. So what I think you're trying to figure out here is how you can start to build a home life, maybe have a family, build something that's really core to your being in a really steady, stable, and secure way. Maybe life has been kind of, up in the air for you, that kind of thing. And I think what's going on with Venus here in Taurus is you're trying to figure out how to grow more deeply into life, how to live a life doing things that resonate with your core deep down at your heart, and how you can start to feel much better and more secure with all of that going on. And I think that's what you're trying to figure out this week. With Venus this week on Tuesday in a square to the nodes, I think this is going to be super important, figuring out your home life, what's going on with family, how you can feel more comfortable in life, build more security moving forward. With the North Node here in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships of the one-on-one variety, I think you figuring out what you need at home and what you need emotionally to feel more comfortable, what foundation you want to build your life on, is going to help you here to have better relationships with people, to associate with the right people one-on-one, to work better with people one-on-one, to form relationships that are really important for you and that you like and not like you. Okay, 7th house also rules contracts, so it may also help you to sign some important contracts too with people who really understand you at your core emotionally. All right, but before you can work with the right people, have better relationships, I think home is going to be important for you to figure out what's going on with home and family and what you need emotionally and how you can move forward on that better. All right. While you're thinking about your emotions though, what you can build, how you can build your life on more solid, steady, stable footing, doing something that really resonates with you, I think there's also some focus for you still going on right here where the sun is, and that's going to be on your 3rd house of talk and communication. Okay, so while you're trying to figure out what you need emotionally, what you need with home and family to feel better about your life and to work with the right people, I think there's lots of talking and lots of communication that is going on for you. Lots of thinking too, just trying to work things out in your mind. I think what a lot of that's going to have to do with is Pluto right here in your 12th house of your insides and of your spirituality, with Pluto making a square to the sun on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. Okay, and so I think what you're trying to figure out, what you're trying to work out in your mind or to work out with other people, is what you want inside, what's important to you spiritually, what's important to you internally, how you can overcome the past and move forward. And I think that's what's going on. You want to create something in your life that's really stable and secure, that's really important to you. You want to have a better home and family. You want to work with people in a better way. But I think in order for you to start to feel better about home and your relationships, you first need to communicate what's going on inside you. You need to understand what's going on inside you, and you need to overcome some things from the past so that you can move forward. All right? Maybe even needing to change your perspective on life, change the way you think about life with Pluto involved inside, so that you can start to be more open with yourself about what's going on, communicate in better ways, work with your community better. All right, and I think that's what you're trying to figure out here. Because this is a square and because Pluto's involved, it could be a little bit difficult. There could be some deep and intense feelings that come up in some way, but really needing to allow yourself to deal with some intense feelings, especially you that are going on inside you, and to change them, to get the right perspective on them so that you can move on. Pluto being in your 12th house is a little bit interesting, because as to where all my other signs may be feeling Pluto very physically, with like in a very physical way, things happening to them outwardly, you may not be feeling these big changes that are going to go on in your life so much outwardly. I think the major change that's happening for you, Aquarius, is a spiritual change. It's an internal change. You having to change your internal perspective. You having to deal with spiritual matters, to change your perspective on the past so that you can really begin to do more of what it is that you want, to express what's going on inside you in a better way and to be more open about it. And I think that's really what you are trying to figure out before you can start to feel more stable and secure and work with people. It's almost like in order for you to build a life that you feel more comfortable in order to have people on board with you, other people need to know who you are, where you stand, and you need to bring yourself more authentically into your life before it can start to feel better, okay? So I think that's what I'm getting a little bit from your chart. All right, I think once you can do that, communicate about what's going on inside you, change your perspective so that you can be more open about what's going on and move forward, I think then you're finally going to start to feel more stable in life. That's because on Wednesday and Thursday, after the Sun squares Pluto, we do get Venus in your 4th house making a trine to Mars in your 12th. So once you change your perspective, maybe change the way that you communicate with people about what's going on with you, I like to think be more authentic about it, then as we move throughout the week, it's going to get easier for you to finally feel more comfortable in life, to finally feel more of that peace that you want, to finally begin to move forward feeling much more stable, I want to say, with what's going on, starting to feel like you're building a foundation that's important to you. But first, I know I've said this plenty of times, needing to change the way that you think and communicate about your life so that you can bring yourself more fully into your life before you can start to feel stable, secure, like you're building something that's important to you, okay? But I do see it being positive once you can do that, all right? So that's what's going on Wednesday and Thursday. Then after that, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as we move towards the weekend, Venus and Mars come off this pretty trine that they make to each other, and they both, around the same time, sextile Neptune, which I think is also very pretty, okay? And Neptune for you is in your 2nd house of money, confidence, of your gifts and skills and talents. So I think once you figure out how to communicate about yourself, about what's going on with you in the right ways, in a way that's more authentic, not only are you going to find more peace, more security in your life, like you're building your life on a foundation that really resonates with you, but you're going to feel more confident with the Neptune coming in. You're going to feel like you're bringing more money to you, you're bringing more income in, you're using more of your gifts and skills and talents, and you're doing things in life that you feel more uniquely suited to in some way, okay? So I see this being very positive. It's just the Sun square Pluto on Tuesday and Wednesday that's hard, and the rest of the week is very good. So make the change, deal with the hard emotions on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then the rest of the week, it's gonna be a lot better for you to feel more confident, feel more stable, do things that you want, bring more money in, okay? And move forward, I think, in a way that's gonna just resonate more with you emotionally and feel better. All right, then after that happens on on Friday and Saturday, then when we get to Sunday, we have more positive things that happen. All right, and on Sunday, the end of this week and into next week, we do have Mercury going direct in your 3rd house. We also have a new moon here in your 3rd house as well, coming in, and I love these. I think this is like the first new moon of the year with it being in Aries, and to me, I just really like this one astrologically, and I think on Sunday, what that's going to bring for you is a huge opportunity, a huge chance for you to be able to communicate in better ways than you have before about yourself, to be more open about yourself, to get more mental clarity than you had previously, to think better, to communicate better, to talk to people better, to work better with your community in a really, really big way that I think with this new moon being very close to Uranus, your ruler, that's going to be very liberating. I think it's going to give you a chance to communicate more openly about what it is that you are, to feel like you're having conversations with people in a way that they really get you deep down. I feel like it's going to be easier for you to think about yourself in the right ways too. So I see it being very, very positive coming in. Maybe some unexpected things too could come up on Sunday and into next week, some unexpected news, some unexpected communication. But I think whatever goes on with this new moon is going to be positive here to help you finally express yourself in a way that is more authentic to you, with things that are really important to you, bringing the stuff that's going on inside you out into the open so that you can create relationships, create a life based more on what really is important to you, who you really are now, and not who you were in the past, and really start to move forward feeling much more whole about it. All right, so I do see it being a good thing. All right, other things going on in the background, just to kind of show you what else is going on, even though these things are slow moving, aren't really making too many big moves this week. But we do have Jupiter here in a sextile with Pluto. Jupiter for you is in your 10th house of your career, your reputation, and your social standing, with Pluto in your 12th. So I think if you can figure out how to communicate about yourself, bring yourself more authentically into your life, and to build a foundation based on who you really are authentically, I think it's also going to help you here to start to feel like you're putting your life in the right direction. You're having a career that resonates more with who you are. Maybe you're having a new career, overcoming an old life direction to move in a new direction that you just like better, associating with people with the North Node in your 7th too that really get you. So I think that's going to be positive. Saturn stationing, about to go retrograde, not this week, but soon in your 12th house, also helping you too to get right with your inside, saying it's super important for you to figure out spiritually what's going on with you, for you to pay attention to your spiritual promptings and to figure all of that out, how you can use them more productively to overcome the past as well, being super important this week while everything else is going on. We also do have the last thing I want to mention, Chiron at 29 degrees this week in your 2nd house. So money, again, can be a sore spot for you. Feeling like money is hard. Confidence is hard. Finding stability in your life is hard. Maybe not feeling like you're unique or like you're valued for your unique gifts here, but needing to push through that to keep moving forward, because with Venus and Mars making this very pretty aspect to Neptune this week, which I did mention earlier in this video, there's lots of positive things that can be had. There are new chapters that can come for you with money, with security in your life, feeling more confident. If you just push past any of these uncomfortable feelings, have faith that things will get better, listen to your intuition, I think you're going to start to feel like things are going to turn around for you. You're going to start to create more of a life, feeling more stable, feeling more valued for who it is that you really are now, and not for who it is that you are not, or who it is that you were in the past. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. Your card for the week is the 9. It's the 9 of Swords upright. This could definitely bring trouble sleeping. This person is like awake at night, holding his head, bad dreams, nightmares coming in, going on. And I think this week it's saying, look, things aren't as bad as you think they are. This to me is very 12th house, and you've got a lot of things going on in your 12th house. Maybe there's subconscious things coming to the surface this week, or things like below your awareness that are like bothering you, but you can't put your finger on why. Okay, and I think maybe what this card is saying is pay attention to those things that you're feeling deep below the surface. Honor the things that you can't see but that you feel, and pay attention to them. They have messages for you. They can help you, and they're not as bad as you think they are. If you just listen to what your spirit is saying, I think there's lots of opportunity for you to start to get more clarity on what's going on inside you. I think to start sleeping better at night too. So if it seems like there are some big roadblocks in life, I think the answers there, the clarity there, the success is closer than you think if you just change your perspective on it and not be afraid to pay attention to what's going on underneath the surface and subconsciously. All right, so that's what I've got for you this week, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching your horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I will talk to you later.